make sure that Hillary Clinton's the next president of the United States. I didn't see the band back there. A battleground state. Florida is just a big, diverse state, which means that the races in Florida are always close. I remember when I was campaigning here in the closing days of another hard-fought campaign 8 years ago. And some of you were only 4, so. But if you will recall, two long wars. We were in the early days of the worst economic crisis of our lifetimes. On everything from health care to climate change to criminal justice issues, we had just been kicking the can down the road for way too long. And I said at that time that I wasn't a perfect man, I wouldn't be a perfect president. I said at the time that if you elected me, we wouldn't solve every problem on day one. We wouldn't solve it all in 1 year or 1 term or even in 1 presidency. But what I told you was that I would work as hard as I could every single day to do right by you. Thinking about the folks I met on the campaign trail. I'd be thinking about the students who are trying to get a good education without the working families who are trying to figure out how to pay the bills. And maybe they had lost their homes or they lost their pensions because of the economic crisis. I told you that I would be thinking about folks who didn't have health care and were worried about how they were going to make sure that somebody in their family that they loved got treated fairly. And I will tell you this. I've made mistakes during these 8 years, and there have been times where we've had ups and there have been times where we've had lows. But I kept that promise to work for you. What we've seen is that an America that was at the edge of a depression battled back. And we turned job losses into 15 million new jobs. Last year, incomes went up faster than any time that they've been keeping records.
Thanks, Obama.
Poverty went down faster than any time since 1968. We just learned this week that the economy grew faster than any time in the last 2 years. We see the American responsible for 9/11. Get Osama bin Laden. We see a country where freedom was limited in so many places to a situation now where in every state in this union, you can marry the person you love. We've increased access to Pell Grants. We've seen the highest high school graduation rate in our history. The biggest jump in college enrollment in our history. Across the board, by almost every measure, we are significantly better off now than we were 8 years ago. Part of it is because we got policies right, but part of it is because of you. I travel across all 50 states and I have seen what makes America great. I've seen folks working hard, starting their own businesses, teachers reaching into their own pockets to make sure kids get an education. Serving the poor. I've seen our brave men and women in uniform and our brave police officers and first responders running towards danger and working to keep us safe. I've seen the patriotism of young activists speaking out to make this country better. Of the American people, and it is good, and it is decent, and it is strong, and it is resilient. And there is only one candidate in this race who I believe can continue the progress we've made, and I know that because she's devoted her life to making America better. And that is the next president of the United States. Let's talk to young people here for a second. If you vote, if you, young people, vote, if you vote for somebody who wants to make sure that college is more affordable, if you vote to make sure we're dealing with climate change instead of denying it, if you vote to make sure that we have somebody in the White House who cares about civil rights and cares about making sure everybody has a shot, if you vote, you will send Hillary to the White House. You will send Patrick Morgan to the United States Senate. to the young people because us old heads, we generally vote.
I did already.
Because we got, you know, because we don't have enough energy to have as much fun as the young people do. So we're not as distracted. So we go to remember to vote. The young people, they got a lot of stuff going on. But I need you young people to vote. Nearest early voting location for Orange County is straight down the road at Alafaya Library. Nearest Seminole County early vote location is right up the road at Oviedo Aquatic Center. And you can find other early voting locations just by going to iwillvote.com. See, but here's the thing. You guys are just being so sweet to me, and I appreciate it. But understand this. All the progress we make over these last 8 years goes out the window if we don't win this election. Healthcare for 20 million people goes away. The progress we made on climate change goes away. All the work that we've been doing to make college more affordable goes away. I mean, the stakes could not be higher. And I understand that right now the polls show Hillary having a lead. Hold on a minute. You know, sometimes when you get a lead, whether it's in sports or in politics, you start feeling good. You start celebrating too early. You start getting turnovers. You start missing some free throws. Suddenly it gets a little closer. You start tightening up. And next thing you know, you look up and you let it slip away. See, I don't know why y'all feeling too good. I want you hustling all the way I want you to run through the tape. I don't want you to do a Usain Bolt and have to look back. Because politics isn't like track and field. You're not always as fast as Usain Bolt. You gotta stay focused and run through the tape. We cannot kick back and think that we got this thing won. Because this has been a volatile race. It's been a volatile election. Folks are in a volatile mood. And, you know, the media stories go up and down, and there's a lot of noise, and sometimes it's hard for folks to sort out what's right and what's wrong, what's true, what's false. Which is why the other guy can just say whatever he wants. Right? And so we have to work hard. And by the way, that's who Hillary is. Hillary never takes anything for granted. I have worked with Hillary. She works hard every single day. She doesn't take a day off. She is a grinder. She just keeps on working. I've seen it. I have benefited from it. I've seen her in the Situation Room making the argument to go after Bin Laden even when it was risky. I've seen her travel the globe over and over again, earning the respect of world leaders. It's not always flashy. People at home don't always see it. Folks like big speeches. Folks like the sound bites. She doesn't always get the credit, but she does the work. She understands the challenges we face. She knows what she's talking about. And by the way, when things don't go her way, you don't see her whining. You don't see her complaining. You don't see her saying things are rigged. She just comes back. She cares. She knows about hardship history as an orphan. She knows that the decisions that you make in the presidency are not abstractions. She knows that this isn't just about the game of politics. She knows that what we decide, what I decide and what she would decide as president means everything to a soldier or a veteran or a military family, to a family that's trying to make ends meet, to the student who's trying to go to college for the first time, to a young person who was brought to this country as a child and wants to contribute to the only home that she's ever known. Hillary knows that ordinary people need a champion. And she doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. She's got plans, and she's got details, and she's read them through, and she's thought them through, which is why when she's in a debate with the other guy, she's talking about stuff that she actually knows something about, and the other guy is making stuff up. Can I just say, like, I was a good student when I was in law school, and I was a good student my last 2 years in college, but when I was in high school, my first 2 years, I was one of those guys who sometimes just kind of was talking and trying to get in good with the teacher. I was kind of charming and for a while, but just like you want a surgeon who's actually studied surgery, just like you want a pilot who did their homework when it comes to flying a plane, you don't want the slacker as your president. You want somebody who knows what they're talking about. You know who's also a hard worker? It's Patrick Murphy. Patrick Murphy. Unlike his opponent, Marco Rubio, Patrick actually shows up to his job. He puts humor in politics. He didn't try to defund Planned Parenthood. To make sure women can make their own health care decisions. He didn't say that he was supportive of Florida's Latino community but then when the politics got tough, you walk away from comprehensive immigration reform. Unlike his opponent, he actually believes in science. Didn't accept that sea levels are rising. Now, he's from Miami. So, you can go to Miami, and on a sunny day, you can see a foot of water. And if you want, you can put your finger in it. It's salty. It's in the middle of the road. It's a problem. But apparently, what 99% of scientists and what your own eyes tell you is not true from Marco Rubio's perspective. Meanwhile, Patrick Murphy, Democrats and Republicans together to fund Everglades restoration. He cares about the environment. Alongside Hillary to protect this planet for the next generation. You know what? There's one other big difference in Patrick and Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio still supports Donald Trump. Donald Trump says it's terrible. And then in front of other voters, they'll say, well, I'm still supporting Donald Trump. You know what? You can't have it both ways here. This is as cynical as politics gets. You can't just say anything or just pretend to be anybody in order to get elected or stay elected. If you run for office on family values, then you should have been walking away from a nominee months ago who was calling women pigs or dogs or graded them not on the content of their character, but on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't stand up for women, you just have to be a decent person.
Come on, man.
And I will tell you, you know, that I know everybody's been noticing Michelle's been pretty passionate lately. It's not only is this saying Michelle's experienced herself, but this is something that, as parents, when we think about our daughters and listen to that kind of behavior, we say that is not the kind of example we set for our children, for our boys. That the Republican nominee is fit to hold this office. Because he does it himself every time he talks, or tweets, or gets called on tape. But I will say this, in my 2 campaigns for president, I had very strong disagreements with John McCain. I had very strong disagreements with Mitt Romney. I believe I had better ideas than them for how to lead the country. But I was never concerned about the fate of our democracy if they had won. And Michelle feels the same way. Michelle doesn't love politics. She wasn't thrilled about me going into politics. But she is working as hard as she can because she understands there's something more fundamental at stake than this particular election. And that is, who are we as a country? What is our character? What values do we stand for? We cannot teach our children to treat women as objects. We want to teach our kids to treat everybody as full and equal citizens, capable of doing anything.